Hi everyone, it's Deanna with Goodness Greenish. How are you today? I hope all is well in your world. Okay, so if you've seen on my channel the last two videos, then you know that I've done an overview of Beautycounter's holiday collection for 2018. So you know how gorgeous and beautiful the packaging is. You've seen some of the new innovative products that we have. But today I'm actually going to focus on one of the cool, new, fabulous palettes, eyeshadow palettes. This is the Necessary Neutrals eyeshadow palette. It comes in a red box, really pretty. You could just throw a bow on it, and it's ready to go. It's very giftable. So anywho, let's just get started. So it's our Necessary Neutrals limited edition eyeshadow palette just for the holiday. And if you can see, look at that gorgeous packaging. So pretty, that gold print with our signature B for Beautycounter. I love it. And I'll just show you a little bit about what's inside. And so I thought I would do like a little quick little tutorial on my eyes as well, just to show you and then just talk about the colors. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so let's show you what's inside of this gorgeous palette. First of all, we have our removable mirror as always. Always love that. And look at the gorgeous colors. Beautiful, beautiful. This retails for $89 US, $115 Canadian. Yes, we do sell in Canada. And as you can see, it has 18 colors in here, 16 of which are brand new, and 2 are some good old standards, which I think is suede and sable. So anyway, these are beautiful. It's a mix of warm and cool tones, as well as having mattes, satins, and shimmer finishes. I think they're beautiful on all skin tones. Christy Coleman, our head of creative design, celebrity makeup artist, designed it just for that, to make sure that it can go on all skin tones. It's going to look beautiful, just depending on your mood. And what I love is that it's called the Necessary Neutrals, because they all have a bit of a warm tone. You know, they're not really bright or anything. We'll leave that to some of our other palettes. But in our other palette, the Iconic palette, which is gorgeous. I can't wait to do a tutorial on that, but stay tuned. Anyways, these are just beautiful. And it comes with our beautiful brush, the dual-ended one, which is like an angled flat brush, and then our crease brush. They're both pretty dense. They're going to deposit quite a bit of color, but they're great for blending. This is just a great brush. And I love the fact that it's super easy to travel with, and it's basically 2 brushes. Like, you don't have to carry a separate one, you know what I mean? Or have multiple brushes. I'm going to try and just use this. I think I'm going to use 1 other brush, maybe 2. And you know, for me, that's a good thing, because I can go into 6 eyeshadow brushes. So, okay, so I'm just going to go into the colors just to talk about it in detail. And I'm going to use Christy's actual, her description, because I think that they're right on the money. Sometimes I'll go and mix it up, but I'm not going to mix it up. I think they're really well named. Okay, so Flame, that is a matte orange. It's really pretty. It's not going to look bright orange. It's actually an earthy, kind of soft, almost fleshy kind of color. And that'll actually help if you have any like purple or kind of blues areas. You can even put that there and it'll help with covering that. Then we have Cloak, which she says it's a matte sienna, which is perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's see. This color is Brandy, which is a rich burgundy brown. I love this color. It's beautiful. You can use that as a liner, great for contouring, great through the crease, adding depth. And then Kava, which is a peach shimmering neutral. So that's going to be like the inner eye corner to brighten up, a little pop on the brow bone, a little bit on the eyelid, just for a little hello, and open it up. The Suede, which is, it's one of my favorite colors. And why do we have suede listed on this one? Well, it's a taupe, basically. It's a light taupe. And then we have Bittersweet, which is a shimmering warm brown, which is definitely one of my favorites in this palette. And Fog, it is a light neutral taupe. And that's going to be great for an extra sparkle, but it's a little more cool. And then we have Slate, which is a shimmering gunmetal gray. A shimmering gunmetal gray. So that's pretty for just like a wash of color, a little black eyeliner, really pretty. And then Smoke matte gray brown, which is perfect. Who doesn't? I mean, that is like a color you're gonna always need. Use that as a liner, again, for a little depth in the outer corner to bring in through the crease. Blush, which is a shimmering pink. So that's gonna be one of the shimmer colors. That's gonna give a little more than the satin, so a little more sparkle. And then Sable, which is a really warm brown. And then we have Port, which is a deep aubergine brown. So even though it's like a cocoa berry, it's like a warm plum, if that makes any sense. Again, the neutrals, it's gonna just blend in beautifully on any skin tone. And then we have Slipper, which is a shimmering soft pink. Again, it's gonna give a little more sparkle. Great for the brow bone, great for the inner eye. Burgundy, I think that's a really pretty color. And that's a warm violet. So again, as you can see, I don't know if I can really show on here, but it's not super cool, you know, as far as, it's not necessarily like a blue base, if that makes any sense. If that makes any sense. And then Haze, which this is gonna be one of my favorites too. Warm eggplant purple. So again, it's warm. It still has a little bit of that brown in there, but it's plummy, okay? And then Buff is a matte neutral cream. So perfect for all over the lid to bring things forward. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. And then we have Mist, which is a shimmering silver. Again, great wash of color, a little pop on the eyelid, a little bit on the brow bone. Well, might be a little too because it's more in the mid-tones. And then Midnight, which is just a straight up matte black, which is gorgeous. Perfect for eyeliner. Again, if you're really going dramatic, great to bring up through the crease from the outer eye. So those are all the colors, great descriptions for that. And if you'll notice, she has them in color stories too, which is nice. So can't really go wrong. If you stick with these, okay, you know they kind of go together, okay? And then she moves on outward into the cooler tones. So pretty user-friendly if you're just getting into eyeshadow or makeup or not really sure, or you just feel like you don't know what to do, pretty user-friendly. And if you notice, we have the lighter colors, the more mid-tones, and then of course you can use these as liner or mid-tones, you know, depending on how much makeup you use. So as far as eyeshadow and what color and how bold you like your eye makeup. All right, so that is a great overview. And now I'm just gonna do a quick eye. And what I'm gonna do is a more warm eye. I usually do like the plums and that kind of thing, but I just thought I'd keep it with the warm eyes, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that next, and we're just gonna get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna get right into it, and we'll just go from here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the brush that it comes with, and I'm gonna use the flat angled part to put on the color that I'm just gonna put all over. So I've already got my foundation on. I've got a couple of our new blushes on, which are gorgeous. I blended the sienna with the nectar. I just love the depth that the sienna gives the nectar, because if I use just the sienna on its own, it's a little dark, but it's so pretty. I just love that little mix. So anyways, I've got full makeup on. I've already prepped my eyes with our concealer, the Touchup concealer pen, as well as the Mattify powder, okay? And I usually do my eyes first because I like to just go crazy and make a mess. But I'm gonna just be really careful with what I'm doing and not go with a super heavy eye. But you never know. my goal is to always do something like a soft smoky, and then I end up going crazy. So, okay, so I'm gonna stick again with more of the warmer tones today. I'm gonna take the Flame. I'm just gonna put that just all over on the bottom right here. Just really pretty. And again, when I said earlier, that if you have a lot of color in your lid, this will actually erase and kind of correct that and make it less as far as the darkness. Sometimes I actually like it when clients have that, because then I don't have to put as much shadow. But if you're looking for like true color with a shadow, then you want to cancel that out. So see, that just added a little bit of warmth. It's pretty. So this is not a full eyeshadow tutorial. I might do that someday, just kind of going over eyeshadow placement. So with me, as you can see, I have semi-hooded eyes, you know, being half Asian, you know, there's a little bit of that going on. So for me, I'm always wanting to create depth. This is just like with contouring and highlighting. Light is always going to bring forward and dark is always going to recede or bring back, okay? So that's why you notice I will usually put darker color through the crease, and most people do as well, through the crease just to add more depth, to make them look bigger. And so if you are one of those people with those beautiful, naturally doe-eyed people, I mean, I'm just a little jealous, but you have just that whole eyelid to play with. And so I'm going to create that effect, trying to get that look. And not all the time. And sometimes people with larger eyes or the big doe eyes, they will bring their makeup out this way to make it look smaller and a little less round. So we're always trying to do different things, and it's not about changing who we are. It's just kind of fun to just try different things and different looks. And sometimes that's going to be different for you than it is for me. So just know that with your own eye shape, it may look a little different, but some of the same concepts. And then you'll get to see the color on it as well, okay? So I'm going to take this clove right here, and I'll take it with sable. I'm just going to blend. If you notice, I always blend a lot of color. And so with the crease brush, which since it's more dense, I'm going to start creating. So I'm going to look in the camera and then look in the mirror. Okay, so I didn't tap off. That's usually what I do. I like to tap off because see how much color that I have there? You'll usually want to tap off because first of all, this brush takes on a lot of color because it is dense. So now I'm going to have to clean up a little bit. I'm going to take one of my MAC brushes. I can't remember what number. I will make sure and put that on there. It's going to already blend that out, okay? Just know with makeup that you can just erase at any time, whether it's with a Q-tip or another brush. Okay, better. Just always tap in between. I don't know, I'm half asleep. Okay, so clove and sable. I'm going to go tap, tap, tap. And on this side, I'm going to, again, create that crease. And what makeup artists, we call it a transition color. So transitioning into your lid or to your brow bone from your eyelid, okay? And again, I'm creating that depth. If you can already see, my eyes are starting to look deeper, a little bigger. And that's the fun thing about makeup is you can do different things to create different illusions, right? All right. Not perfect, but you get the idea, okay? So, and I always have a towel that I'm always wiping brush because you don't want to muddy the colors. Okay, so now I'm gonna take, what should I do? The brandy or the bittersweet? I'm gonna take the bittersweet, okay? And that's that really beautiful shimmery brown. I'm just gonna put it through the crease right here. I mean, through the outer eye. As you can see, it looks a little dark, but don't worry. I'm just gonna take it through and blend it up through the crease, just like that. Now, if I really wanted to do like a super dramatic eye, or a real big smoky eye, I would take that bittersweet and go all over my lid. All over my lid, just to do that, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so as you can see, it's a little dark, but that's okay. I'm gonna clean this off. I'm gonna go back over with Suede. Okay, let's see if you can see that. And I'm just gonna soften that line up. Just know, with blending, it's all about blending and building color. And again, with this brush, it picks up a lot of color. So again, tap, tap, tap. Okay, so I'm gonna take that bittersweet, tap it a little bit more, and then bring it through right there. See, I did it right that time, so there's not as much color. And just bringing it through. And this is pretty much the eye I do for myself. If you've watched other videos, I kind of do this same thing because it works for my eye shape. When I go with more bold colors, that's when I do more of the all over, like wash a color, you know, like with something like Haze with a little bit of burgundy on top. But you could really, really have fun with the bolder colors doing that with one shade. But since I'm mixing shades, creating depth, I pretty much do this same eyeshadow application on myself just because it works for my eye shape. Again, different for you, just different based on your eye shape. So this side's definitely a little darker, so I'm just going to blend a little more. If you hear my stomach growl, that's because it's getting close to lunchtime. All right, and I'm fitting this in when I can, busy mom. Okay, so I'm gonna take that Kava, that beautiful like neutral shimmery with a peach base. I'm just gonna take a little bit and put that on the ball of my lid. And this is so pretty. I don't know if you can see that through the camera, but it just gives a little bit of that sheen. And then I'm going to take a little bit and put it right here. And remember, when you're doing that, see how it just makes my brow bone pop? Just a little bit right there. I'm not going to do it all over because I don't want my entire top brow bone to be like boom. I just want a little bit of that sparkle right there. I'm going to do the same on this side. And as you can see, I'm trying to blend it into my darker colors through the crease. And I'm actually going to bring it, because I think this is a good color too, just to bring it through the inner eye to brighten it. Ooh, that's really pretty, as you can see. Hopefully you can see. All right. And see, it's pop. And then I'm going to match the other side, of course. Just right a little bit right on the brow bone. I feel like I'm not seeing it on this side as much. Okay, there it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do on over here is I'm just going to blend out a little bit more. I'm going to take this flame again. I'm going to use my MAC brush over here. I'm just going to warm it up a little bit right through there. Because I just don't want to bring that Kava all the way over, but I want to blend this other part out. And keep it warm, almost look like that warm fleshy tone. Okay. I'm just noticing that they're not quite balanced. So I'm going to take that bittersweet again, that really pretty color. There, I'm just going to match it. I'm just going to add the definition. And again, if I wanted to make it less dark, I would just keep putting, like mixing maybe the suede over it, but I'm just going to match it just for time's sake. Okay. So you want to blend, blend, blend until there are no more harsh lines. And I feel like I still have a little bit of that. So I'm taking my favorite MAC brush, 217, and I'm just going to blend. This has no color. Just going to blend through the crease, just like that. Oh, it's just not balancing out. Okay. And I don't know if it's just the lighting, but I feel like, there we go. Just want to match. Symmetry would be nice. Okay, so there you go. So that's really pretty. And now I could take like a black eye pencil, go and do what I like to do. I usually do it through the waterline, that kind of thing. But I'm going to show you using the Midnight, which is that matte black color, with our precision brush, which you can also use as a lip brush. And I'm going to use this as liner, okay? And I'm just going to do like a tight line is what we call it. And I'm just going to go really close to the lash line. Really, really close. But I want it to be more of a fine line instead of smoky, which is what I usually do, like a soft, smoky smudge. Again, I'm dipping it into the Midnight. I just want to add a little definition around my eye, okay? And however you do it, if you wing it out, I don't really like that look on me unless I'm going for something really specific. I want to make my eyes look more round and larger versus more outward, which I love doing that. Sometimes just depends on the look. But since I already have the almond shape eyes, it just makes it look a little more almond shape, which is beautiful. Just not the look that I prefer. And again, totally up to you on what you want. So that is, so it just depends. But I'm going to do like a little bit of a wing, and it's not gonna be perfect because again, time. I'm gonna lift, it adds a little lift too. So if you notice, I didn't bring that dark color all the way out. Some people can do that with their eye shape. Again, my goal is to round it. So if you notice, I stopped right here, or like right about here, just to kind of round it out so I can add that lift, okay? And that's kind of the same idea with the liner effect. If I'm gonna throw like a little wing ding on the end. Let's see. This went a little too far. There we go. Pretty. I'm gonna do the same on the other eye. Now it's not gonna be perfect. If you're going for that, then you may wanna wet that or use like a precision, our precision liquid liner is really nice for that as well. So again, little kitten. And then I'm gonna go back through just to make sure that it's really dark, dark, dark through my lash line. And that may take a couple swipes, but for time purposes, I'm just gonna not worry about having it look perfect, okay? So now I'm gonna take it and just, again, do the same color and do a little bit through the bottom, on the bottom lash line, probably about 3/4 of the way. Now it's a little darker than I want, so I'm just gonna go back through with my finger, and that's okay, to just soften it. And just to add, so I'm going about 3/4 of the way just to give some definition under my eyes. Nothing crazy. Okay. Now I'm going to take the flat angled part of the dual-ended brush that comes with your palette, and I'm going to take that, I think I'm going to take that Clove, which is that sienna color. I'm just going to take a little bit of that underneath my eye. Okay, now I'm going to do it to the other side. How pretty that is. Looks so good, I like it. So now I'm going to add, again, that Kava, that little shimmery neutral. Again, I'm just going to bring that a little bit more. So where I took 3/4 of that liner in, now I'm just going to use a little bit of that Kava just right here underneath, just to brighten up and to blend out. How pretty is that? What do you think? I like it. And then you just top off with mascara, which I'm going to use our lengthening mascara. First of all, I'm going to curl my lashes. And this is the Shiseido curling eyelash curler. I used to use the Shuamura, but this is my new thing now. And I'm just going to use our lengthening, and then that's it. What do you think? What do you think? I like it, I like it. So now you know, if you wanted to just pump it up a little bit more for evening, I would take the Bittersweet, maybe mix it with a little bit of Midnight, put that all the way through, just to give it a little more oomph. Or you could even take that Brandy and put that on the eyelid too, just to really give that nice big smoky eye as well. And then take it back through. But this was a pretty simple, warm look. And if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment. Let me know what you would like to see going forward. And if you need anything, let me know. Your support means the world to me. And thank you for watching. And till next video, bye.